What's up, guys? It's Dan from Crypto Camacho. And hey, guys, today I have something really exciting, some exciting news to share with you. So today I read on multiple places, and I'll show you in a second, but I read that Fidelity is now going to allow account holders, people that actually have a 401k or an IRA account with Fidelity, the investment banker, they are now going to be able to invest in Bitcoin through exchange traded notes or ETNs, okay? So you've all heard that the SEC is considering whether or not to approve an ETF for cryptocurrency, for Bitcoin, so forth and so on. That decision has been delayed by about a month, right? They're going to revisit it in September, which just about a week ago, it caused the crypto markets to actually crash and tank because of the announcement of that delay. Well, today I read the news that Fidelity is allowing customers to invest in Bitcoin ETN funds, which will enable them to use their retirement accounts, 401ks, IRA accounts, so forth and so on. They'll allow those customers to invest in cryptocurrency through Bitcoin, through these ETN funds. And I couldn't be more excited. I think this could have the potential to prop the cryptocurrency markets up a bit and to drive some bullish behavior in the markets. But let's explore this a little bit more. And actually, I want to even give Fidelity a call because I do have a Fidelity account. And I want to give them a call on this video. And I want to actually hear it straight from their mouth of what this actually means, how it's going to work, so forth and so on, okay? So stay tuned, and I will give Fidelity a call here in just a moment, okay? So first, I was reading on Twitter, and it pointed me to this Reddit post right here. It says, huge. U.S. investors will now be able to buy Bitcoin ETN through their Fidelity accounts, okay? So that's exciting news, right? It's going to enable people with a Fidelity retirement account to use their funds in their retirement account to buy Bitcoin and potentially other cryptocurrencies through these exchange-traded notes or ETN funds, okay? That's what I want to talk about today. You guys can read through this, on your own time. I'll put the link in the show notes. But there is a lot of talk about what this actually means for the crypto markets. There's a lot of people that are positive on this news, some people that are negative on this news, some people are saying it's old news, but you can decide for yourself. I just want to bring you this news yourself, okay? Then I start searching on Google, Fidelity ETN Bitcoin Fund, and you notice a number of articles are now popping up showcasing that Fidelity is starting to offer access to these Bitcoin ETN funds to their customers themselves, okay? And so I've confirmed that this is actually the case, right? Fidelity starts offering access to Bitcoin ETN. There's now an exchange-traded Bitcoin note that American investors can buy. And this goes through the details of what an ETN is versus an ETF and how customers of Fidelity can actually start participating by buying these different types of Bitcoin ETN funds, okay? So look through this. I think this is a game changer for people that have a Fidelity account that want to get into cryptocurrency using maybe funds that have been locked up in their retirement accounts. This could be a game changer and could really enable the next wave of investment funds or investment dollars to come into the cryptocurrency markets, right? We always talk about this transition from fiat, traditional fiat type of funds, fiat-backed assets, and so forth. Those will be migrating and be transferring into the crypto markets in the next 5 years or so. This is kind of a catalyst to help that actually happen, okay? So definitely look at these articles. Again, I'll post these in my video show notes. First, though, before I call in Fidelity, I want to make sure you guys understand the difference between an ETN and an ETF fund. I think that's important. So I've jumped over here, and I want to read, what is an ETN? ETNs are structured investment products. Actually, let's back up a little bit. An ETF is an exchange-traded fund. However, there's a variation of ETFs known as ETNs, or exchange-traded notes, okay? So an ETN, an exchange-traded note, is structured investment products that are issued by a major bank or provider as senior debt notes. So similar to bonds, they're a debt instrument provided by or issued by banks, central banks, or financial providers such as Fidelity, Goldman Sachs, others, right? ETNs differ from ETFs, which consist of an actual security or sometimes commodity or currency derivative such as futures, forwards, or options, okay? So ETFs are typically funds that are backed by commodities or hard assets, a security, if you will, okay? That's what an ETF is. ETNs are not necessarily backed by a hard fund or a hard asset or hard commodity. They are more bonds or debt type of instruments similar to bonds, okay? When an investor purchases an ETN, he or she is purchasing a debt product similar to a bond. The terms of the debt contract are determined by the structure of the ETN. When an investor purchases an ETF, he is purchasing an asset like a stock or index. And because ETNs are backed by a bank with a high credit rating, they're pretty secure products. However, the notes are not without credit risk, just a lower level, okay? So like bonds, they're lower level risk, but they are not backed by any type of commodity, okay? So it's important that you have that distinction and you have that background, okay? So next, let's give Fidelity an actual call here, and let's talk to them about their new exchange traded note that allows investors to buy Bitcoin. Okay, let's see how this goes. I'm not sure how this call is going to turn out, but definitely let's check how it does turn out. And I will be right back. I'm going to pause this video for a second, and I will be back on this video with Fidelity on the line. Okay, so stay tuned here. Stand by. I really just want to, so this is Fidelity. Are you able to answer questions around ETNs relating to my 401k account? So I have a 401k with Fidelity, and I'm interested to talk about or to learn more about your Bitcoin ETNs, which I'm reading in the news now.
Okay. Well, for a 401k, it's a little bit different than a brokerage account. You'll be limited just to the funds offered by the 401k.
Gotcha.
But we can look and see what is offered by your 401k if you'd like to.
Yeah, sure. That's fine. I mean, what I'm really looking to do, I'm really just curious to get information about the Bitcoin ETN that was formed by Fidelity and how I can use a retirement account, such as a 401k or an IRA, to actually invest in that Bitcoin ETN fund. And I'm wondering if that's, first, I guess, just wondering how it would work and understanding what's available. And then maybe we could jump into my account specifically and what's available on my account specifically. But just looking for some more information about it.
Sure. Well, I do work with your GE401k. We have you verified with my voice. Thanks for using that. I'll take just a moment to pull up your plan also offers bond funds,
okay.
And there are, let's see, 4 of those classified as bond funds. There's one short term that's a money market. Then you have 4, 5, 6, and 8, 9 funds that are classified as stock investments.
Okay.
None of them appear to be focused just on Bitcoin, and you would be limited just to these 20-some different funds that are available.
Got it. So how does one – so I'm literally just reading this news this morning. It recently just came out, and so I don't know if it's available to everybody. I'm reading that it's available as of Wednesday. Who are these Bitcoin ETN funds available to? Like, what type of accounts can actually participate in this? And I'm just trying to find out some more info because I'm interested in it.
Sure. It has to be some type of a retail account, I would think, brokerage account, or maybe could set up as an individual retirement account. I don't know if that's one of the things that can be traded in an IRA. But if you wouldn't mind holding for just a moment, I can connect you to the department that sets up IRAs.
Yeah.
And they can let you know what your options would be there.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Sure. You're welcome. Be just a moment.
Thank you. Okay, so guys, I am on hold with Fidelity right now. I'm trying to find out some more information about the ETNs, the Bitcoin ETN that you're seeing on the screen here. I'm on hold with Fidelity to find out if it's actually true, if Bitcoin ETNs exist and how to participate in those with a retirement account. Here goes.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Fidelity Investments. My name is Derek Nadel. Can I state your first and last name, please?
Yeah, I'm Dan Camacho.
Excellent, Mr. Camacho. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How can I assist? What are we looking to accomplish?
Yeah, so I have a 401k account, retirement account with Fidelity right now. And I've been reading in the news this morning that there is a Bitcoin ETN fund available that folks can participate in. And so I'm just wondering, I just want to learn a little bit more about that fund itself and then how folks like myself can participate in something like that. I don't know if I can participate directly from my 401k or if I need to roll over to an IRA account. So just trying to find out some more information about that.
Yeah, it's a great question. Ultimately, we would need to double check with your 401k on what you're allowed to purchase. I had your account come through fully verified with the My Voice verification. So, at this point, you only do have a 401k with GE. Yep. Did you have a symbol for that Bitcoin position that you were speaking about?
I don't. I don't even know. That's why I'm calling. I don't know what's actually available. It might be CXBTF, but I'm not sure. And so that's why I'm just trying to find out more information about how one actually participates in that, because it's new. It's new, right?
I'm unaware of the new position that has Bitcoin in it. It's definitely something that we can look into. So you're saying it's CXBTF?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It says that, yes, it is CXBTF. Yes, exactly.
Okay. So if you wanted to purchase this, I am showing that it's populating. It's an XBT provider,
Yes.
AB Bitcoin tracker. I'm very unfamiliar with this position. I know you stated that it's new. This is actually the first call I've had on this position. But if you wanted to purchase this, we would need to see if you were allowed to in your GE 401k. If not, we would take a look to see if you are able, because it is plan specific on whether you can or cannot, move these assets to an IRA, which is a brokerage account where you most likely would be able to purchase this in an IRA.
Got it. Okay.
All right.
Okay, that makes sense.
So bear with me here. I need to leverage one of my colleagues that deals specifically with your 401k.
Okay.
I'll bring them on the line. They should be able to assist a little bit further. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Of course.
All right. So they put me on hold. Fidelity put me on hold. They are looking into what I need to do to actually participate in the Bitcoin ETN that was formed very, very recently. And you can see the article behind me referring to CXBTF, which I was telling him, and it's part of the XBT fund, apparently. So I'm trying to figure out how I can actually use my my retirement funds to buy or participate in this Bitcoin ETN. So hold tight. The guy should be back on the line and give me more information about how to actually do this. And hopefully it'll help some of you guys out there as well who may have Fidelity accounts as well. Okay? So stand by. I don't know how long it's going to make me hold, but hopefully not very long. And I will pause this until ready. I am still there. Thank you.
Appreciate all your patience. I have my colleague Greg on the line. He works both with your 401k, with GE, also with the retail accounts as well. He'll be able to assist with the questions at hand. I brought him up to speed.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Yes, my name's Greg, or Fidelity Retirement Solutions. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So for my recorded line, could you restate your name, please?
Yeah, it's Daniel Camacho.
Thank you. And so I understand you've got a symbol that you've heard something about you want to get to purchase, right?
Yeah, so I'm reading some articles online just this morning, about how Fidelity now is offering access to a Bitcoin ETN fund, which is run by apparently XBT. And so I'm just trying to find out information about how I can participate in something like this. I have a 401k through Fidelity right now. I don't have an IRA, but just looking to figure out how I can actually participate. I don't know for sure if I want to. I'm just trying to find out what the terms are and how one actually goes about doing that.
All right. So I'm looking to see if there's anything. I doubt seriously you could do it in your 401k. I'm looking to see if it's available. We could always move it to an IRA.
Sure.
And could do it there. I want to see what's available. Let's see what's available to move. You are 37. So you can move up to about. Let's see. So you can move 5 years and plan withdrawal, 5-year plan match. So you don't want to. You can do 30,000, or you can do 35, but they suspend their match for 6 months. So you probably, if you just did the 30,000 or less, you could move that over.
You mean
looking to see if
move it over to an IRA? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And I'm just double checking to see if there's anything in there that would make me think, no, nothing like that would be available. GE really goes out of the way to have really good, responsible stuff. So
sure.
That one, would kind of risky. That would be a little bit beyond.
No, it makes sense.
What most of them would do. So right now I'm looking at this symbol, XBTF, see what we've got going with it.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm not sure I want to do this and want to go this route, but I'm just curious what my options are really at this point.
Yeah, so you could move the money. That wouldn't be a problem. The 30,000.
So okay, so you're saying I would have to move the funds from the 401k account into an IRA account, which is an actively managed account, and from that IRA account, I can actually purchase the CXBTF symbol, which is essentially the Bitcoin ETN. Is that correct?
I'm looking to see if we've got it, but yes, that's my understanding. I'm just looking up the ETN right now. Give me a minute. I was looking at mutual funds like a silly. Okay, Bitcoin. I knew they wouldn't be there.
Yeah, no worries.
CXBTF. Okay.
I mean, so I'm guessing I'm the only one who's called about this so far. I mean, it's very, very new, so I'm just kind of I'm curious if others have started calling about it.
We used to get up until recently. We used to get a lot of calls on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And people trying to figure out how to get it and trying to figure out how to make anything out of it. And it's kind of buying something without any intrinsic value, you know. So there's no
sure.
People say, well, our currency is the same way, except that it's got all of us supporting our currency. Bitcoin has who knows what supporting it.
Sure.
But if you should be able to move over and get that ETF without a problem.
Okay.
You'd have to open up an IRA.
Okay.
And then move that money over to do it that way.
Okay. And there would
just really.
Sorry, go ahead.
I would just really go over those risks real carefully, you know, to make sure that you're comfortable with it. Looks like you've been with. I'm just looking at a couple things here real quick.
Yeah, no worries.
So some of it makes a little bit of a difference what your total investable assets is. So I've got this GE thing. Are there other retirement or investable assets you've got outside?
Yeah, I mean, I do outside of GE. Yes, I do.
So what percentage is GE?
Probably 80%, something like that.
Okay.
Maybe 75.
Okay. No problem. And you're still working at GE, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So yeah, key is just don't bet the farm on it. If it works, it works. But most people seem to be dealing a lot more with people losing money on it than they do make money on it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And like I said, I'm not sure I'm going to do it yet. I'm just curious because this seems to be, to me, a way that institutional investment is now coming into the cryptocurrency markets. And this is kind of the first attempt, one of the first attempts at that by enabling this type of ETN, ETF type of fund to allow people to use their retirement accounts to do that. And so it could be that, you know, more investment and funds are going to come into the crypto markets being down right now, which is why I'm interested in it and why I'm interested if others have been asking about it. The ETF hasn't been approved yet by the SEC. It's coming in September. They'll make a ruling on that. But this is kind of the first instrument, the ETN, to be able to do this through Fidelity, through an investment banker. So that's why it's interesting to me.
Okay. Well, no worries. Let us know what you want, you know, if you want to do something on it. But yeah, to do it, you open up an IRA and then you would move the money and do the purchase from there.
Okay. Perfect. That's all I needed to know. Thank you so much. And I will be in touch if I want to actually go forward and do something like that.
Yeah, we're not doing anything today.
Yep. Perfect. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks, Home Fidelity.
Thanks a lot. All right, guys, there you have it. So Fidelity does have an investment fund that you can participate in with your retirement account. You can buy into this Bitcoin ETN through Fidelity, but what you would need to do is you would need to convert your 401k, if that's what you have with Fidelity. You would need to convert that into an IRA, which could have tax implications. Definitely check that out before doing so. But once you have an active IRA that's managed by Fidelity, it looks like you can buy into this new Bitcoin ETN through Fidelity using the ticker symbol CXBTF. So if you're interested in doing that, let me know. You heard the guy on the phone saying most people have been losing money in Bitcoin. That's because we're in a bear market, and I didn't want to go into all of that with the guy. We're down right now in a bear market. But that's not to say that the market is not going to pick up steam and go turn into a bullish market coming in the next couple months by the end of the year or even into 2019. This, to me, is kind of writing on the wall that institutional investment is coming into the cryptocurrency markets. It's happening. It's starting to happen slowly. Even though an ETF hasn't been approved, ETNs are starting to be approved, which is going to enable folks to use their retirement savings to buy Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. This is kind of the first start of that. I want to make you aware of this because it could be a good play right now to use some of your retirement funds on Bitcoin through this method, all right? And again, don't bet the farm. As the guy on Fidelity's side said, I wouldn't bet the farm either, but I would potentially bet some of my retirement on the markets now because they are low. I'm Dan from CryptoCamacho.com. Hopefully this was useful for you. If you like my content, like my videos, please subscribe on my YouTube channel by clicking on that little red button below. And I'll talk to you next time, guys. This is exciting news. And let me know if you guys are going to invest your retirement in this type of ETN. See you guys. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.